Hello there, everybody. This is Gerald Snivy, and welcome back to more of the Luigi's Mansion 2 HD playthrough. Apologies for not streaming over the past 2 weeks. Not only have I been really busy with IRL stuff, but I haven't exactly been feeling too well when it comes to my mental health. So, yeah, that's real fun to deal with. I mean, I'm managing and I'm trying as best as I can. Anyway, last time on our Dark Moon quest, we completed the old Clockworks mansion, and in today's session, we'll be heading into the fourth one, the Secret Mine. And before we get started, like I mentioned, I apologize for not streaming over the past 2 weeks. What can I say? Life happens. Anyway, some determined geologists started a mining operation in these snow-capped mountains, but when ghosts started moving in, they got scared and abandoned it. I mean, not like you can really blame them. You don't never really know what the supernatural will do to you. They could be friendly, or they could be quite malicious and try doing some horrible things to you, like scratching you like a cat. Or they could just hang around and just be a little ghosty poo. Anywho, on to the first mission, Cold Case. I can't seem to get a hold of my toad assistant at the chalet. He's probably napping in front of the fireplace again. It's so hard to find good help these days. Dude, really? Jeez. Oh, one more thing worth mentioning too, is that this is the first actual stream that I'm doing live in 1440p. And the reason why I'm doing it in 1440p 60 is because when it comes to the Twitch 2K beta, I managed to get in, albeit I had to do a little bit of working around since I'm multi-streaming. I have YouTube as my primary canvas, and yeah, I figured I'd try pushing for 1440p anyway with my current configuration. Let me know how things look. And I also bumped up the stream bit rate too. The local recordings are unaffected as they are still being locally recorded in 4K 60. So, anyway, let's get to it. Son, I hope you like snow, cause your next destination is the top of a snowy mountain. Well, let me tell you something, Professor. I absolutely love the snow. I love it so much I throw myself into it every single winter. Not literally, of course, but I am saying that I love the snow. Winter is my favorite season. It is the best season. And if it's any other season besides winter, you are wrong. Just kidding. You're free to have your own opinions, but yes, winter is my favorite season, bar none. All the bugs go back to the netherworld where they belong until the next summer season rolls around, in which case, screw those things, go back to hell where you belong, you freaks. Anyway, a secret mining operation was started up there a while back, but it's been abandoned since. Apparently, the minerals in the mountains, especially the crystals, have unusual properties. Anywho, the next Dark Moon piece is somewhere in this location. But the signal picked up by the periscope is unstable because of the terrible weather. Luckily, I already had a toad assistant there doing research. What are the odds, eh? Actually, there's 1 in 734,958, but that's not important right now. The toad may have... The toad may have been where the Dark Moon piece landed, but he's not responding to my calls. He could be in the bathroom for all we know. But anyway, he's probably in the chatlet, napping in front of the fireplace. I'll pixelate you nearby. Find him and bring him back here so we can talk to him. In the meantime, I'll keep scanning the area with the periscope, looking for our Dark Moon piece. Excuse me. Though the harsh weather will make it tough to find anything. You ready, son? Here we go! Anywho, as far as my plan of attack for today, it is going to be more or less the usual of trying to complete the entire mansion from top to bottom 100%. And I may try doing the next mansion as well. It really depends on how things go. And it also depends on how long this particular mansion takes. Because let me tell you something, the gems in this place are some of the hardest to get in the entire game. And they're also some of the most annoying. And you'll soon see what I mean. Anywho, I do have my guide pulled up, and according to it, there are 5 gems that I can get in this mission. And thankfully they do spawn on all other missions too, with some exceptions. I don't know why I said all of them spawn on all missions. I'm just a goofy goober. One thing I do kind of wish that you could upgrade as well when it comes to the rest of the Poltergeist 5000 is your flashlight charge time. Like, seriously, I wish that would charge super fast, but yet, here we are. As far as I can recall, yep, I knew there was something hidden here. Fire, please. Fire, please! Thank you! Jeez, I hate it when the game is like, I don't feel like doing the thing that you want me to do. Screw you. I'm going here. Oh boy. Hi there, buddy. That's what you get for rocking the frickin' rocking chair like an idiot, thinking it's a rocking horse. You don't do that, Chief. I'm just saying, that is way too dangerous. Well, one thing's for certain. Looks like the toad is not exactly napping at the fireplace. There's definitely something more going on here than meets the eye. Dang it, it wasn't fast enough. Oh dear. Should have tried jumping. Hello, Psycho Zakian. Welcome to the stream. Glad you can make it. Everything looking good on your end? Because it's looking pretty good over here as far as I can tell. Here we go. That's another, whoa! Hi there! To be honest, I kind of expected it, but at the same time, at least this gives you a clue saying, hey, why don't you mess with the bear? It may be dead, but hey, try messing with it. You may find something neat. Ooh. Nice. Definitely happy to have that. You changed your name from a Hollow Dragon, so... okay, cool. I didn't know that. Oh, and there's something else I needed to mention too, and that is we do have a couple of new follows on Twitch, which I may try to replay the alerts. Of course, there was the aforementioned Hollow Dragon, which is now known as Psycho Zakian, and we also have the next Alex. I believe that's the name. So, yeah. Thank you so much for the Twitch follow, you guys. Much appreciated. And again, I apologize for not streaming anything over the past 2 weeks. Life's been rough. But I'm doing okay. I'm doing better than I have been, but I want to be better. That's for sure. Is there something else I wanted to do in here? I could have swore I would be able to put out the fire, but maybe I'm thinking of a different mission where I can do that. I also just noticed that the bear roars, so that's pretty neat. Okay. Yeah, it's probably gonna yell at me now, being like, hey, where do you think you're going? Hello? No sign of the toad, eh? Excuse me. You better not be fishing in that fishing hut out back. I'm not paying him to catch fish. Well, unless there's some kind of freaky ghost fish. Boy, wouldn't that be something? Yeah, that actually would be pretty neat, not gonna lie. But, yeah, after fully exploring the room, there's not really a whole lot that you can, do, per se. All you can really do is explore a teeny tiny bit and just move on. So, what do we have in here? Looks like our first gem. And speaking of gems, yep, that is gem number 1. And like I said, for whatever reason, according to the guide, 5 gems spawn within the first 3 missions, which is kind of crazy. Okay, oh, thought so. Yeah, don't think so, buddy. Would have liked the gold, but oh well, it's fine. Okay, let's try pulling up the aiming cursor. Thank you very much. It's also going to take me a little bit of time to get used to the controls again, because, let me tell you, it's been a hot minute since I last played this game. Are you serious? Dude, come on. Are we done over here? I'm gonna say yes. Let's try opening the door. Okay, good. I just wanted to be sure. Now, if I recall, there is another gem within the room coming up relatively soon. And, whoa, was that King Boo? Wow. I didn't think he was active as of yet, but here we are. Also, pulling that is entirely optional, but may still be useful. I hear a Boo in here. Interesting. There he is, and looks like we found our Toad assistant who went MIA. If you remember, there's a gold ghost in the previous room, dark light on the wall. Well, I already got the gold ghost all ready for the mission, unless there's a second one that I'm unaware of, but regardless. Maybe that spawns in the next mission, I'm not sure. Even so, I appreciate the information regardless. Hi there, Mr. Boo. Come on, really? You really had to run away like a frickin' goob? Seriously? And also, you probably barely noticed. And to be honest, I don't blame you all one little bit, but there's a gem right there. That is gem number 2. Now, gem number 3. Now, this is going to be a fun one. It's going to be under the ice. Oh, speaking of under the ice, believe it or not, seems like the Boos are starting to become more powerful because they're even making... Okay, never mind. I'm going crazy. They've always had this ability. Oh, hi! There you are. Thanks, Luigi? Is that you? Boy, am I happy to see you. Happy to see you too, buddy, but can you lighten up on the jumping and the bouncing? I mean, we are literally on thin ice. The last thing we really need to do is fall through the floor and end up some sort of mystical ice cave, you know what I mean? Hello, Supercolix. Welcome to the stream. Glad you can make it. And yes, I am doing better than I have been over the past 2 weeks. How about you? How are you doing? Toad, can you stop, please? Well, too late. Off we go. You were confusing Dark Gem, hey, Psycho Zakian. That's fine. Everything's fine. What's up, Egad? Luigi, are you alright? You're losing reception. Are you underground? Criminy! You probably felt it and you probably fell into the old mine. something place is extra... extremely dangerous. Be careful. The place is extremely dangerous. There's an old elevator that should take you back to the chatlet. That's the only way out. Good luck! Hopefully the ghosts don't try to block that place off, but you never know. Now then, let's deal with this first. Oh, hello! Come on, game! You really couldn't let me have that? That was just plain mean! Toad, seriously, get out of my way. I wouldn't be surprised if he started crying. To be honest, I probably should have just shot him up there to begin with, but even so. Never had that happen to me before. Oh, speaking of hidden passageways, looks like you're useful for something, Toad. There we go. Another gem for the collection. Also random respawn, because why not, right? What is this, Call of Duty? I guess that's just another way to get back down, but here we are. Kind of annoying that Toad is stuck over here, but that shouldn't be too big of a deal. Fire away! Wow, I'm surprised that worked. I thought for sure it was going to hit the wall and just plain miss. Okay. Gotta say, my aim is straight and true sometimes. Not always.
Come on.
Okay, next up is the football sapphire and the drop sapphire. Okay. What the devil? Well, this is definitely gonna be something. Let's check this out over here. I don't think I can really explore this area yet. Well, I sort of can. And believe it or not, I do believe you're supposed to come over here during a later mission. As you can see, there is another gem that we could pick up here. I wonder if I can still do it during mission 1, or if I have to wait till later. Stupid bird! Oh, there we go. There's the gem. And also, don't worry about the gem flying off the map. That cannot happen. They always fall in pre-designated spots. And if it doesn't, invisible walls are there to help prevent that from happening. So, you don't need to worry. Toad? Come on, we need to go. If I can find the door.
Come on.
Good job, me. Now then. Let's keep moving now, shall we? Oh, hello. Now, if I recall, I think the boo is somewhere in this room. Whoa! Hello! Stupid mice! Toad, can you stop, please? Oh. I do know that a boo does show up in this room, at least I'm pretty sure he does. And given the fact that that barrel was starting to shake on its own, that's gotta be a sign.
Come on.
It's gotta be a sign for something. And again, maybe he spawns randomly in this room. I noticed some gold over here. I know that the boo does spawn around here. I know I've said that like a few times already, but still. Maybe you have to wait a little bit. Gah! The zipline can't be activated from this side. Luigi, look over there! The spinning hammer on the wall. You mean the pickaxe. And yes, that is a very real possibility that it could also help with triggering the boo to spawn. But, who knows? That's the elevator we need to reach. Well, we'll need to find another way to get over there. I do have a pretty good idea of where we need to go. First off, let's grab this. And why the hell are you crying, Toad? You just rode a freaking elevator. I mean, really, come on now. Grow a pair. It's not that bad. Oh, looks like we have yet another gem over here. And by the way, in order to get that gem to even come over in bounds, you do need to use the telescope in order to be picked up by the bat. That's another pretty easy one to miss. So that's something to keep in mind. Aha! Okay. I knew the boo was around here. I guess it just took a little bit of progression in order for it to show up. Hey, who turned out the lights? I'm Boofoom. I'm Boofoom. Buffoon. Good lord. I can't speak today. Well, this is what happens when you wake up at around 4 a.m. For no reason whatsoever. I gotta say, that was a pretty lucky bounce. Also, thank you, Mirror, for revealing the boo's true location.
Oh yeah.
Come on, buddy. Looks like we're done over here. And just to make sure, yeah, we're good to go. Excuse me. Alright, I don't need to worry about that. Now this is a fun room. Why? Because the ice will crack and break, and believe it or not, there is another gem in here. However, getting to it is not that difficult. You just need a little bit of extra weight. Boom. There we go. Now at this point, I do believe that the gem will be freed. Maybe. And again, maybe I'm thinking the gem spawns during a different mission. Not sure. And you know, what I find kind of hilarious too is that particular gem. Okay, yeah, just as I thought. It spawns in the next mission. I'm cuckoo. But hey. Okay, how the hell did that ice form back so quickly? There we go. All done. One other thing I find kind of funny is that you don't need to worry about getting hypothermia or anything like that. Why that is, I don't know. Oh my god, I missed all the bats. I hate these stupid bats so much. How the hell did that miss? Seriously, screw these freaking bats! They are the worst. I swear, it just seems like their hitboxes are smaller than they seem to indicate. What's up with that? I have no idea. Sorry about that, Toad. Didn't mean to flash the light in your face. The light of the Lord. Whoa! Bats! Freaking bats, man! Hey, Toad, why don't you go chill over there in the corner and leave me alone for a little bit? That would be great. And also, if you couldn't tell, there are explosives on the wall to the left, so stay back until things go boom. Have you ever seen a bat in person? Oh, you've never seen a bat in person. Only in movies. Okay, this is gonna be a fun one. Okay, controls, work with me here, please. Fire. Okay, one more. Got it. Oh boy, that was something. Another thing too is that these bonus games are going to start getting harder and harder as time progresses and as we continue to progress throughout the entire mansion. Not just this one, but the next one as well. Now this particular bonus game, it is optional. You can just get some extra treasures from it, but still, not a bad idea to take it on anyway. And also, Super Colex, I've actually seen a bat in real life myself, several years ago. Double capture. Sweet. Also, joke's on you, buddy. Joke's on you, I've already captured your friends. So there we go.
Come on.
I know there's something just under the ice here. Was it creepy? Surprisingly, no. So back when I worked at as a custodian back at the Naval Academy, one time during my shift, I encountered a bat while sweeping the floors. So what I tried to do was try to slowly sweep it as it was sleeping on the floor outside. But of course I was doing it gently and nicely, just so the bat doesn't wake up and start attacking me, which I did manage to do. I managed to keep the bat nice and calm and just swept it outside and just went about the rest of my day. In fact, I think even my boss saw... Son of a biscuit. Alright, let's try that again now, shall we? So anyway, as I was saying, while I was dealing with... Oh, come on, stupid wind! I was leaning to the left. I guess this is one point where you do need to run. There we go. Better. There we go. Another gem. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, that's all the gems that needed to spawn for this area. That's great. Also, a little shortcut to go back up if you need to. But anyway, as I was saying, I know my boss walked in as I was slowly sweeping the bat towards the outside, and I told her what was going on, and she even helped me out a little bit with making sure the bat was safely outside. So that's pretty dang neat. Also, I do believe this is the first mansion which these fuzzy little guys start showing up. They're harmless, but they are pretty annoying. They tend to get in your way and try to get sucked up into your vacuum. Obviously, you can't suck them up, but hey, they're there. The gold ones are the ones you want to suck up and start blowing around like tumbleweed. And I think it's pretty obvious as to why you want to do that.
Hello?
You had me worried for a minute there, son. Though thought I'd have to go looking for the both of you myself. The turn assistant made it back safe and sound. I'll bring you back too. Hold on a sec. Sounds good. I'll take the 2-star and be on my way.
I did it.
20 minutes. Wow, that was a 1-star? Dang, man. Worse than I thought. Oh well, it is what it is. It's no big deal. Okay. There is one other thing worth mentioning here, and that is I did recently resubscribe to Nintendo Switch Online, so I will be able to show off this game's multiplayer, which I do plan on doing now that I have the subscription active. However, I only resubscribed for 3 months, and the reason why I did that was for the shiny Ruin Pokemon event in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. That was the reason why I chose to resubscribe. And another reason too was that the 3-month membership at the lowest tier, which is the standard membership, was about $7, including all the gold coins I had left over, which was like 100 and something. So that brought it down from $8 to around $7. So not too bad, all things considered. And also considering the fact that gold coins are being discontinued, or they are discontinued now, yeah, might as well use them while I have them. Otherwise, they'll go away forever. Hello, Shawaria. Welcome to the stream. I'm glad that you were able to make it. Anywho, welcome back, Luigi. You did good. The Poltergeist 5000 must be about to burst with all the treasures and ghosts you found in the mine. Alright, let's go and deposit what we got. We got ourselves treasure number 1, 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, and of course another boo for the collection. And also more treasures that we don't really need 100%, but still nice to have. The Toad's a bit shaken up, but he'll be okay, I think. Super Colex, you noticed a post the other day saying how you feel if started streaming on YouTube instead of Twitch. And yes, I really am thinking about it, and I am leaning towards trying to do that. But I will probably apply that particular thing or strategy after Luigi's Mansion 2 HD is over. Excuse me. So after this playthrough is done, then I think my next stream playthrough is going to be a YouTube exclusive, depending on how things play out. And the reason why I want to try just doing the YouTube-only stream, it's not that I don't like multi-streaming, which I do like doing, and I do see the benefits with multi-streaming, and if you're wondering what's wrong with Twitch, well, to be honest, there's nothing really wrong with Twitch on my end specifically. I do like Twitch and I do like streaming there, don't get me wrong. And really, the whole reason why I was thinking of looking into just streaming on YouTube exclusively is to try to funnel my audience that has been sort of divided in half between the two platforms to one platform. To see if that helps with increasing my overall watch time, which sadly has still been going down the frickin' toilet slowly yet surely, as if I'm bleeding out. But anyway, it's just something I'm thinking about. And one benefit for just streaming on YouTube alone would be that I would be able to stream in 4K. I do have the bandwidth and the hardware to do so. So, that's one benefit. Twitch unfortunately does not support 4K streaming publicly, though it is possible to do it anyway regardless, but you have to keep the bitrate down. On YouTube, bitrate, so long as you have the bandwidth, you can do it. And as far as me and my bandwidth, I have 35 upload speed, and I can potentially stream at 30, or just, 30 for my upload when it comes to streaming in 4K, 60. Which, funny enough, that's what I record at locally anyway, so that's that benefit. Sure, I will be missing the animated emotes, and also the fact that the Twitch has more emotes by default anyway. YouTube and YouTube memberships, they only have 4 emotes to start with by default. Of course, as you gain more memberships and more members, you will gain additional emote slots, but even so. I just wish that YouTube also supported animated emotes. I mean, sure, they support the GIF file format, but those particular emotes within that format are rendered as just a standard everyday emote. Why that is, I have no idea. It's dumb. Anyway, he hasn't seen the Dark Moon pieces, but he told me that ghost boos especially have been very active. He mentioned that you both heard some crazed laughter coming from the bottom of the mine. That doesn't sound good. And like the other toad, he brought back a snapshot from the tri-dimensional security camera. I'll process it post-haste. So again, like I mentioned, it's something I'm really thinking about when it comes to the whole streaming aspect. Not only would it be more beneficial when it comes to quality, but it also would not use as much resources on me, since I would only be streaming on one platform as opposed to two at the same time. So basically, higher quality, not only that, but higher bit rate. Everyone can be funneled into one platform as opposed to being divided by two. And that's all I can really think of off the top of my head. Plus, I also saw recently on online, especially around certain people, that Twitch recently implemented a way to snuff out or change how they count viewers. And the way they're going about it now, it's up to me whether I want to what I want to do. That's fair enough, Supercolix. And again, it is something I'm thinking about, and I may try it for one stream playthrough and see how it goes. If the benefits aren't there, then I'll go back to multi-streaming. But even so, I may try it. That is the plan. I'm going to give it a try with the next game that I plan on doing. Anywho, let's get back to this game and take on the next mission, hit rock bottom. According to the Toad Assistant, ghost boos especially have been very active in the mine. Perhaps the security camera photo will tell us what they're up to. Oh, you just subscribed, Lunar Equity Gaming? Awesome! Thank you for the YouTube sub, man. I don't know why the alert didn't pop up. Huh. I don't know what's up with that. But, again, thank you so much for the subscription, man. I really appreciate it. If you want to become a YouTube channel member, that also would be fantastic. It's basically like a... Oh, there it is. That took a little bit. But there we are. Really, thanks a lot, man. I really do appreciate it. But yeah, as I was saying, becoming a YouTube member has its perks and benefits. Definitely take a look into it. Sweet. And also thank you for the first time chat as well on Twitch. Much appreciated. I do appreciate anyone who just pops into the stream and puts it on in the background. It's very beneficial for me because, well, not only is it good for my watch time, but it also tells Twitch, hey, someone's watching the stream even if they're not active in the chat. I really hope Twitch looks into this and tries to fix the issue, make it a little bit better for people overall. Anyway, let's take on the next mission. I know I've been talking for a while, but hey, I had a lot I needed to say. Hey, youngster, I finished processing the security camera image. You're thinking about getting this game on the Switch later this year. Definitely go for it, dude. It's a lot of fun to play. I haven't checked out the game's multiplayer, though, because during my first playthrough, I didn't have an active Nintendo Switch Online subscription. And my current subscription is going to run out, like, towards the end of October. I renewed it towards the end of July. So, yeah, we'll have plenty of time to show off the game's multiplayer. And I think the game is $40, might be $50. I don't remember the exact price for Luigi's Mansion 2 HD. In fact, maybe I can pull that up on the Nintendo eShop right now. So, I'm going to go ahead and try to search for it real fast, just to see how much it is. And, of course, I'm talking about the digital version of the game. If you search physical, then you'll be able to find it at a cheaper price, potentially. So let's go ahead and search as soon as the Switch interface decides to work for me. From what I hear from people who own a Nintendo Switch 2, browsing through the eShop is a hell of a lot better versus the Switch one. Okay, Luigi's Mansion. Let's just search for that. Go with that. And let's see. And that is, okay, $60. Interesting. And there's also some bundles that you can buy here. Multiplayer pack? What's this? Is this access to the multiplayer? Because I know Rockstar does something like this with their Red Dead Redemption Online and also GTA Online. Is Nintendo doing this too? Let's see. Let's see. Multiplayer pack 1 and 2. Okay, so is this the season pass? Ghost Hunting continues. Luigi's Mansion multiplayer pack DLC. Chilling at costumes. The scare scraper mode. Okay. Okay, so this is just the game's season pass. So that's what this is. At least I hope. I really hope that is the... Oh, wait, that's for Luigi's Mansion 3. I'm an idiot. Oh my god. How did I confuse the two games? God, yesterday when I was posting my recent drawing of the shiny Espeon, in my head I was calling it a freaking shiny Sylveon. They're two completely different creatures, and a shiny Sylveon is not green. I swear, I am freaking losing it. You never owned a Nintendo Switch and seeing Luigi's Mansion with that price actually surprised you. It surprised a lot of people when the game was announced to be $60 because the 3DS release of Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon, aka Luigi's Mansion 2, that was, I think, $30 to $40. And even now, if you buy the game loose, it's even cheaper. But yeah, search around for deals on places like Amazon or even eBay, and you might be able to get Luigi's Mansion 2 HD used for a good price. Maybe around $20 to $30. Who knows? It's worth a look. But anyway, let's get back to the game. Damn phlegm. Whoa, this is freaky. Yowzers! What's all this? Look at those ghosts stuck in those crystals. Did the booze put them there? Why? That's a very good question. Oh, hello. They're dragging that painting all over Evershade Valley. Whoever's behind all this really cares about that painting. Now then, let's keep looking around here. Excuse me. Why am I burping so much today? You got it from GameStop, which doesn't exist there anymore, for €15 in 2013. Wow. Gotta say, that's a pretty good deal. Of course, I don't know much about euros and US currencies and their conversion rates. Because, well, I'm a filthy American who lives in the good old US of A, being ran by an orange man who is so delusional he wishes he was king. Like, he just cannot wait to be a king. And we want to smack him upside the head, telling him no. Anyway, in his last report, the Toad said something about the crystals having strengthening qualities. He thought ghosts could go through everything, so that's very weird. Yeah, it is very weird. And like I mentioned before, my theory is that they can temporarily make themselves tangible, either by means of just interacting with the world or by sheer panic. Like if they're running away from something. It's just like the Toad said, the boos are running amok. Anything else? They seem to be extracting crystals from the quarry. Why would they need crystals? I don't like this at all. Maybe they're working for a certain evil Ned Cortex, trying to take down an orange bandicoot who was supposed to be their commanding officer. But, who knows? Doesn't look like there's much else we really need to look at when it comes to this particular security photo. As far as I can tell, there doesn't look to be much else here. But when it comes to those crystals, they're going to be coming into play real soon. Trust me, it ain't gonna be fun. Luigi, I don't like at all what we saw in there. Why are boos putting those ghosts inside crystals? And who is commanding them? That sinister laughter coming from the bottom of the mine. Do you think it came from the leader? Or their leader? That photo was taken just before you arrived, so they're probably still down there. It could be. Or they moved on with their merry freaking lives. Or afterlives in this case, but you know. But the only way to get to know for sure is to investigate the crystal quarry. You'll find my E-gates on the way there. Don't be afraid to use them. Okay, Sonny. Get to the bottom of the mine and stop those boos from doing whatever it is they're doing. And that, my friends, is exactly what we're going to be doing next. Now then, as far as the next gem that we need to locate, and I cannot believe we've already gone on for nearly an hour, and that was just for the first mission. I mean, I had a lot to discuss and go over, catch up on things here and there. If it's something strange and it doesn't look good, are you gonna call Luigi Buster? Heck yeah! Looks like Super Colix has got it. And also, one more thing. These fuzzy creatures cannot be lit ablaze. That would be too cruel. That would be too cruel to be able to do that. And, yeah, this game would definitely not be rated E for everyone. Then again, I don't really remember the rating of this game. I think it's E10? I could be wrong. But then again, I feel like it is rated E for everyone. But anyway, back to the game. So now we can get the gem by the ice pond. Yes, we can. We can definitely do that. Oh, that's just a turkey. Now then, funny enough, when it comes to this particular gem, actually, now that I think about it, shooting away that turkey was probably one of the worst things I could have done. Because I'm pretty sure I'm going to be needing it. Up there. There it goes. Okay, cool. Don't need to worry too much about it. Just gotta light up the grill, grab the turkey. Or is it a chicken? It looks more like a chicken than a turkey. Excuse me. Gotta love that phlegm gathering in the back of my throat for no reason. Now then, before we continue, I don't think there's anything I really need to worry about when it comes to lighting anything else up. Melt this, please. Thank you. I don't think there's anything else I need to look into as far as treasures. It's cold outside. How is this still on fire? That is a very good question. Oh, hello. More birds. Now that I'm really thinking about it, fires can still go on even in the most harsh of climates. If you happen to keep it ablaze and keep it healthy, keep it going. Kind of like the Energizer Bunny. But doing something like that is incredibly difficult to do. So, video game logic. Couldn't have said any better myself, Super Colix. Alright. Let's go ahead and head on down. Now then, next gem. Let me see here. As far as the next gem is concerned, I do believe it spawns in the next room in the opposite direction of which I'm going. And if you're wondering why I'm going this way, it's because in one of the previous rooms, there is a gem that's supposed to spawn, and I do believe it spawns during this mission, so it would be wise to try to get this now. Although, it does make me question, now that we don't have the extra weight to break the ice, how are we going to get this thing to come down? There might be something I can use, or at the very least reveal. Yep, here's something. Okay. Let's try that. Come on, game. Swing your body to and fro. Ha! Here we go. Now we got to wait. There we go. That's how it's done. This is what I would look like to see outside in 4 months in your home country. To be fair, so do I. I definitely want to see snow like this again. That's for sure. And knowing Maine and the fact that it has cold, hard winters every single year, and last year was no exception to that rule, I would not be surprised if we end up getting another case of a good old winter wonderland relatively soon. Looks like Luigi's gonna be thinking with portals. Boop. Ooh, pretty. We interrupt Luigi's Mansion 2 to bring you Super Mario 64.
Hello. Hello.
Hello! I gotta admit, that is pretty funny and pretty cute.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, to be fair, looking at what we have here in regards to teleportation and these transport portals, it does make sense. There we go. Another gem, or not a gem, a freaking key added to the collection. God, what am I saying? Oh, speaking of gems, I do believe that one spawns here, but I'm not too sure if it spawns during this mission or the next one. I think it's the next one that which the gem spawns. And also, this is another mission which up to 5 gems spawn here. According to the guide, anyway. Winter Wonderland does exist in Lapland, which is northern Finland. Didn't know that. And if I mispronounced the name of your country, I do apologize. Alright, off we go. Whee! Wow, I'm surprised I managed to get that first try. Hell yeah! That's gem number 3. Sweet. That's what we call a 2-for-1 special. What the devil? Okay, I'm surprised that worked out. Now then, let's see. I'm gonna check my guide real quick, just to see if I'm missing anything. Star Sapphire, got that. Okay, next one is the Octagon Sapphire, and then the Oval Sapphire. Next one is in the Shaft. Okay, that's a little bit of a ways away. So, not too far from where we are now. However, the language in your country is very difficult, so very relatable. Okay. Well, thank you for clearing that up, Psycho Zakian. Much appreciated. Oh. Do that. Well, I'm glad that worked out. This is gonna be a fun one. And the reason why I say this is because, funny enough, even though the solution of what we need to do is obvious, we need to melt the ice in front of the frickin' door, there's gonna be more to this than meets the eye. And unfortunately, as far as I know, these ghosts are not gonna make things easy for us. And of course I missed at least one of the bats, because I was busy melting the frickin' melting the snow. Ah, man, and here I was hoping to be able to skip that sequence. Okay, not sure how that missed. By that I obviously mean I missed the frickin' green ghost. Yeah, don't think so, buddy. There we go. That worked out. Yeah, gotta love these miscreant ghosts, am I right? Gotta say, they are getting more and more clever by the day. And by the mission. Kinda crazy. Maybe these ghosts were already intelligent to begin with, and yet King Boo is just taking advantage of that intelligence. It's possible. Okay, so here's the shaft. This is where the next gem is going to spawn at. And by the way, that's not the gem. Speaking of gems, holy crap, how are you guys even lifting that stuff right now? And no, you can't capture those ghosts that are carrying those gems in the background. This one you can for whatever bizarre reason. Good enough. There we are. Nice to have some additional treasures for the mission. Need to lower this a wee bit more. Flash the light of the Lord. Luigi, why are you turned around? What the flip? Okay, it may seem like it didn't do much of anything, but it definitely did something. And there we are, right there. Okay, up to 4. That means we only have one more gem left to find in the mission. And the next one is in the deep hall, which I do believe is in the next room. And I also believe that this mission's Boo is also located in the next room. So that's something to keep in mind. Okay, maybe not the next room. I'm thinking the one after this one. Also, this room is rather fun because it plays with your eyes. It's one big mirror. Okay. Now this one I do believe just spawns some bats. You just have to shine the light in the right place. And by the way, it may have looked like there were 6 bats down there. There's only 3. I thought I saw a spider, but no. I'm crazy. You gotta admit, the tricks that they use for some of the camera angles in this game, it's pretty impressive. Like, it really plays with your mind in one way or another.
Oh. Hello?
Luigi, are you there? I can barely hear you. You probably made it to the very bottom of the mine. So far, so good? The crystal quarry should be nearby. Try to find a way in. But whatever you do, don't part with Crystal? I think that's what he's trying to say. It's difficult to make out 100%, but even so. Oh, hello there, Gold Ghost. Don't worry, buddy. We'll be dealing with you soon enough. Speaking of things we'll be dealing with, as you can see, there is a key right there. And there are some other things we need to look into as well, which we will do. Oh, hello! Oh my god. Suck him up, please. I'm surprised that didn't count as a double capture. Gotta love the inconsistent lighting sometimes, am I right? Well, thankfully, that was the only ghost that we needed to worry about. But I do know that in order to get the Boo to show up here, we need to light this kettle on fire. I think. I could have swore that was for this mission. Maybe I'm thinking of a different mission. That's how you get the boo to show up. I know we haven't gotten the boo around here yet, which is rather concerning. Because this is a pretty long mission. What have we got in here? Well, this is rather interesting. Looks like the ghosts in here really do not like being trapped in the crystal. I mean, that was made pretty clear by the security photo earlier, but damn, just seeing them live like this, live and in 1440p? Lord, oh Lord. They're really not liking these crystals at all. And it seems like it's doing something to them, and it's also hampering their ability to make themselves being able to go through objects and things like that. There must be some sort of electromagnetic interference going on or something. Maybe that's what's interfering with their ability to... damn it, what is the word I am looking for? It's on the tip of my tongue. Whatever. It makes them go through things. Alright, let's, actually, before we head down, I'm gonna take another look around in here. I seriously feel... Oh! Well, speaking of the devil... as you can see, the next gem is within this very room right here. But we can't quite get the gem right now. We'll have to wait. We'll have to wait until we take care of things around here first. Which, that shouldn't be too hard, nor should it take too long. Oh, sweet. Another bone. Okay. Oh, great. We got bugs. Ugh, I hate the bugs. Go away. Nature buddy, go away. Hey, what do we got? Ooh. By the way, I don't think there's like a maximum amount of rocks that you can spew from the walls. I think it's 3. Okay, I just counteracted myself. Whoops! Here I thought you can spawn essentially an infinite amount of rocks. Guess I'm wrong. It makes sense as to why you can't do that. Alright, fire away. Is it me, or did that rock just melt? Makes you wonder, what are these rocks made of anyway? Aren't these supposed to be coal or something? Actually, yes, now that I really think about it, coal does melt over time. So perhaps I'm going crazy after all. Don't mind me. I don't know how coal works in real life. Not a miner. The only thing I'm familiar with when it comes to coal is the fact that if you're naughty, then Santa will give you coal for Christmas. Okay, let's keep moving now, shall we? Hello there, mice. How you doing? Okay, it would probably help if I started this thing up. There we go. It really does make me wonder, what was this pipe originally connected to before it broke? Well, either way, don't need to worry about that now. I'm probably gonna have to look up exactly where the boo shows up because I can't seem to quite figure it out on this one. Dang. I mean, I can always swing back around during like another run through of the mission just to see Where could I look? What have I missed? Etc, etc. Then again, maybe it spawns in the last room. I don't think so. I don't remember it spawning in there. Good job, me. Alright, come on. Dang it. I wanted the item. Alright, come on. Oh. God damn it. I hate that. I don't know if it's a glitch or if it's an intentional feature, but apparently if you get outside of the capture range, then for whatever reason, the game just automatically releases the ghost. Why that is, I don't know. This game is just plain weird. I don't think I can do anything with this particular gem. It's just here. It's just here. Okay, let's keep on moving along. You really think you scare me, bloody? Yeah, don't think so. Well, looks like we found something even scarier. Great. Oh boy. So you may or may not remember this, but in the last session when we were taking on the old clockwork place, some of the ghosts of which we were dealing with, believe it or not, were, they had those weird lines. What was up with that? Well, it means that those ghosts in particular were way stronger than their normal counterparts. And if I have to be a betting man, these crystals have something to do with the fact that they are super strong now. Hi! Shall we dance? Another thing too, when it comes to the ghosts and the fact that they now have these weird lines, other than the fact that they get a big strength boost, they also become more unpredictable too. They also become way more aggressive and more erratic. So what this means in particular... Oh my god. I'm kind of surprised that jump even worked. I just shot for the moon when it comes to... Oh my god, are you serious, game? That was bullshit. Whatever, screw you, I win. Ugh, well that was rough.
Yellow.
Criminy! What was going on in there? Those boos fled the scene of the crime, eh? And you say they've been ordering ghosts to take the crystals away? Mm-hmm. Well, on the bright side, you managed to capture those powerful ghosts. I need to do something. I'll bring you back. Don't ask questions. And it looks like we did end up missing the boo for the mission, which does kind of suck. So, looks like we're gonna have to come back through the mission again, just to get another shot. No big deal. We'll find it. Sure, I could pull up a separate guide, too, for the boos, which, funny enough, the guide I'm using also has a guide for the boos in each and every location as well. So, oh, O'Connor OG Twitch, thank you so much for the follow, dude. I appreciate it. Welcome to the stream. Hope you enjoy your stay here. Good to see you back here, Luigi. Let's see what you got. Well, I'll tell you one thing. These ghosts are becoming a hell of a lot more dangerous, that's for sure. But hey, we got 5 more gems added to the collection, so that's something. And yeah, like I said, unfortunately we did miss the boo. Which does kinda suck. Well, got a theory. A game theory. Thanks for watching! Just kidding. That strong ghost you captured back in the old clockworks, I think I know what happened to him. Someone seems to be controlling all the ghosts in the valley, but it doesn't stop there. They also figured out a way to use the mind's crystals to strengthen the ghost. What am I doing? I am currently playing through Luigi's Mansion 2 HD. I am playing through the single-player campaign. And we're just doing a casual playthrough of the game. And I am 100%ing it for the most part, just not getting the 3-star ranks. That's the only thing I'm not doing as far as the 100% criteria for this particular playthrough, because I've already done it during my initial playthrough. And I'm not really looking to do that again. Let me tell you. Anyway, if they're extracting crystals this entire time and taking them elsewhere, 3-star rank is hard, LMAO. Yes, 110% agreed, Connor. That is for sure. It is incredibly difficult. And like I said, I've done it once before, and I do not want to do it again. Anywho, I fear we may be up against much stronger ghosts in the future. That wouldn't be good. You can just call you Connor. Okay then. Sounds good to me. Much easier to say anyway. So thank you for that. Anyway, who could orchestrate such a thing? Luigi, are you thinking what I'm thinking? And I do believe I am. Alright, before we head into mission D3, we need to head back into D2 and find the frickin' bow that's supposedly here. And thankfully, since we are replaying the mission, we can skip the cutscenes. And I think you can do that anyway, regardless if you took the mission on before or not. So, there you go. Alright, let's get to searching. As far as I can recall, I don't think we need to worry so much about finding any additional gems in this mission, since we've already collected them all. And also, we can't do much more in this room anyway. Not unless you want to replay mission D1 again. Just saying. Nice trip. Yeah, it doesn't look like we can do much else over here. Hey. That's one thing I really don't like about hunting boos, is that you never really know exactly where they could be. They could be practically anywhere. And getting them to spawn can be a task within itself. So that is rather fun to deal with. Also, if you're wondering what that shaking was all about, don't worry about it. We've already interacted with that before. So, there you go. Alright, let's head back up here and see what we can find. Also, be careful when releasing from that particular zip line. If you release from your grip from there too soon, you'll fall into the abyss below. I think that's pretty obvious, but still worth mentioning anyway. And thankfully, falling down into the abyss doesn't kill you. No. All that happens is that you just lose a little bit of health. No big deal. Well, that was something. As far as I can recall, I don't think there's anything else we need to worry about when it comes to this room in particular. Okay, why the hell is it that that pickaxe just decided to stop in place? That's not how physics work, game! Jeez. Talk about a pain. Well, at least the good news is, despite the fact that we are re-exploring older areas and having to redo this mission again, at least we get another opportunity to get some more treasures, and we might even be able to improve our rank. Maybe. That's a maybe. Oh, and one more thing worth mentioning too is, when it comes to the gems, I do believe they are only possible to get during certain missions. I might have already brought that up before, but even so, I'm just saying. Sometimes you need a Toad's assistance in order to even be able to get access to certain gems. Why? Because you can't get the things yourself. Why? I don't know. Luigi apparently can't jump in this game, except he can. But, you know, you gotta make things unnecessarily difficult, you know? Kinda dumb, if you ask me. I know I revealed quite a number of these things already, which is kind of baffling that I did not find the boo at all at any point in the mission during my first run. What's up with that? I have no idea. To be honest, it's probably hard to jump with a vacuum cleaner on your back. That's true. And the Poltergust 5000 could be heavier than it looks. Even though Luigi's kind of carrying it like a Giga Chad right now, it doesn't mean that he's necessarily carrying it in stride like a big buff muscle man. In fact, he could be struggling and he could be suffering through some serious back pain that we just do not know about. So that's always a possibility. Oh, so now you decide to fly in, you stupid bats? Are you serious? Seriously, what is up with you? You're so inconsistent, I swear. Oh, okay, that works. Seriously? I thought I got that coin. Oh well, it's fine. Okay, nothing else in there, unfortunately. It is what it is. You know, one other thing I do find kind of interesting is that it is possible for Luigi to jump while he's sucking up a ghost. But he can't jump any other time while wearing the vacuum on his back. Why? Don't ask questions. Just accept the fact that Luigi can't jump in this game. Except he can jump and the game is just not letting you because it feels like making things that much harder. Huzzah! Video game logic, at its finest, am I right? You know, now that I really think about it, maybe there's something that I completely missed in this part. Sure, I could pull up a video guide of all the boo locations. And, in fact, I can easily do that with my phone. That way I'm not using up any additional resources on my computer. Which, let me tell you, streaming in 2 different sites in 1440p and all, not exactly the easiest thing to do, even with a beefy GPU. And don't get me wrong, my GPU isn't exactly the latest NVIDIA series of GPUs. It ain't no 50 series, that's for sure. No, I can't afford anything like that. Wish I could, but hey, I guess you could say it's a bit of a blessing in disguise, because I hear that nothing but bad things when it comes to the 50 series in particular, due to their instability and just bad drivers, and also causing black screens. You know? Plus the fact that NVIDIA is relying entirely on AI and AI upscaling in order to get the things to work like they're supposed to. Thankfully, my GPU is not anything like that. Instead, what it actually is, it is an AMD GPU. It's not one of the latest ones, it was one from the previous generation. If you want to know which model it is, I do believe it is the AMD RX 7600. It's not the XT model, it's just the regular 7600, the 8 gig model. If you're wondering why I have that model in particular, well, my sister's boyfriend had contact with a person who was looking to sell their GPU, and it was only a year old when they had it in their possession, and it was barely used. So he got a good deal off of the GPU, and I think I got it for close to $200? Somewhere around that ballpark, I can't remember. I think it was $190. I think it was around $190, close to $200. And it took a while, but he managed to get it here to my place, and everything's right with the world. Once I got the GPU, I was able to make an appointment down at a local IT repair place to have them essentially rebuild my entire computer for me. Just swap out all the old parts that I had in my current PC with all the new parts that I've bought over time. The graphics card was the last piece that I needed in order to be able to successfully make the appointment. Because if I would have tried to do it without the GPU, I would have had problems, because my Intel Core i5 processor that I have now in my current PC, it does not have integrated graphics, and even then, who the hell wants to use integrated graphics on their computer in 2025, am I right? Unless you're using an AMD system, like an AMD-based CPU. But the reason why I went with Intel rather than AMD is because, for some bizarre reason, the AverMedia capture devices, which are the devices of which I have here and now, for whatever reason, they only work if you have an Intel-based CPU. If you have an AMD one, sure, they may work for a little while, but after that, then unfortunately it will not work anymore. It'll just stop working out of the blue. Why? Don't ask. Apparently, AverMedia hates AMD CPUs. GPUs, on the other hand, they're perfectly fine with them. I'm just saying, the reason why I know this is because I've looked it up online and I've heard testimonies from other people who previously had an AverMedia capture device. And when they mentioned that their CPU was an AMD one, that was when, yeah, that's the reason why they were having problems. Previously, I was using an Elgato-based capture device. So, excuse me. Excuse me again. But, like I was saying, I was using the Elgato capture devices in the past, but unfortunately with me and Elgato, we haven't exactly been getting along all that well lately. And so, back when I did my stream playthrough of Jack 2, for whatever bizarre reason, every time I would start the game up on the PlayStation 3, it would crash OBS Studio. I'm serious. And if it didn't do that, then it would not display the game at all. Why? Because apparently it absolutely hates the game's resolution. Don't ask why. Elgato is just plain weird. Bit too late when it came to yeah. Come on, suck him up, suck him up. Go. Whatever, I'll take it. And there we go. Now, I need to do a bit of a more thorough investigation of this room in particular. I swear, it just seems like the boo is not spawning no matter what I freaking do. Then again, maybe it has something to do with the melting the ice around here. I think that is the case, now that I'm really thinking about it. So Mr. Knight needs to stab the helmet. so the bats show up. Anything else I need to worry about around here? Okay, just got a couple of coins out of that. I might need to look up a guide after all. Damn. Definitely not a big fan of that. And by the way, if you're wondering what guide I'm going to pull up, I do have it saved in my watch later, and the reason why I have it there is in case I were to have played this game again, which is what I'm doing right now. That way I have it for when I need it. And it looks like I am going to be needing it. Jeez, Manetti. Let's see. To be honest, it's pretty hard to... Oh, right, I've already read that comment. Whoops. I swear, I've examined everything everywhere. Then again, maybe I missed something at the very start. Might be worth another look. Because I know that you can get past the fireplace at the very start of the mission. Although, it makes me wonder if you can do that during this mission, or do you have to wait until the next one before you can start doing that? I cannot remember for sure. But regardless, might be worth another look. Just to see if I missed something in here. And there's a very, very real possibility. Go away, please. Okay, can I put out the flames? Okay, that was actually pretty cute, not gonna lie. Kind of funny how they get all poofed up once they are lit on fire. Albeit they're not really suffering or hurting or anything like that. So, that's good. At least we don't need to worry about animal cruelty and adding that to the list. But then again, who knows? Wait, yeah, just as I thought. I remember there being something here, just could not figure out what it was. I'm Booger. Why must you always pick on me? Why, you little booger, you? You gotta admit, that is a good one. That is a really, really good pun. Oh, nice. One cycle. Sweet. Okay, now to speed run the rest of the mission. And by the way, you may think that upon capturing the boo, I can just save and just exit out of the mission, bada bing, bada boom. No, that is not how it works, unfortunately. Once you capture the boo, you have to finish the mission. And by finish, I obviously mean just finish the gosh diddly dang mission. Just complete it. You don't need to get a 3-star rank or anything like that. Just finishing the mission is good enough in order for it to be added to your total. So, there you go. I apologize if this took way longer than necessary, but hey, that's the nature of some of these missions, especially now. They are becoming more and more difficult and more time-consuming, and they're also getting longer, too. So, that is something I can appreciate. Despite the fact that this game has a very heavy linear mission structure when it comes to its overall gameplay loop, at the very least, it does make up for some longer missions during later parts of the game, like even now. I know that the final mansion will definitely be having some really, really long missions. And who knows if I'll be able to finish that one within 3 hours. Which, now that I'm really thinking about it, I don't think that's going to be the case. Of course, I missed a bat. Not a big deal. Whatever. It's 1 coin. It's not like it makes that big of a difference. For those who know, you know. There we are. Coward's Chasm. What a fitting name for this room. Alright, let's keep moving. Don't need to worry too much about treasures anymore, just need to focus on finishing the mission as fast as I can. Sure, getting more treasures is nice, and it could help with getting a 3-star rank, but... Oops, didn't mean to do that. Also, you don't need to necessarily look into that hole for any prolonged period of time. All you really need to do is just look through it for a second, and that's when you can trigger the next series of events. I'm surprised that worked. There we are. So, in other news, I recently finished my first playthrough of Persona 3 Reload. And I've gotten almost every single trophy in the entire game during my first run, which is pretty damn excellent, if I do say so myself. The only trophy I missed out on was maxing out all social links within the game. So, what I decided to do when it comes to that particular trophy is, when I eventually do a stream playthrough of the game, I will be including that particular trophy run during the playthrough anyway. It is something I'm going to do, that much is for certain. And besides, it is possible to maximize all social links within your first playthrough of Persona 3 Reload. It's just extremely difficult. Unfortunately, I was just short, and I was not able to maximize one. I was going to call them a confidant. Hey, what can I say? Persona 5 was on the brain. Because for whatever reason in Persona 5, they call social links confidants, rather than, well, social links, just like in Persona 3 and Persona 4. Why? Don't ask questions. It is what it is. I mean, it's not a big deal, it just means the same sort of thing. But, like I was saying, I was able to maximize all social links, which I almost said confidants again. Maximize just about all of them except one. And the reason why I couldn't maximize the last social link was because I couldn't maximize all my social stats in time, and thus I missed out on days of being able to maximize one of the social links which requires max social stats of a particular category. Could you not spin around like a frickin' record player, please? That would be great. So when I eventually do my stream playthrough of Persona 3 Reload, I will be getting all the social links during that time, during that playthrough, and I'll also be able to get a frickin' platinum trophy live on stream. Which I've not been able to do for any PlayStation game that I've done stream playthroughs up at this point in time. All platinum trophies I've gotten so far have been off-screen. That also includes Okami HD. So, I was able to get the majority of the trophies during the stream playthrough of Okami HD, but the last of the trophies required me to go through New Game Plus, sort of. I mean, it didn't necessarily require it, but still, I'm just saying. The trophies that I had left to clean up were easier to get during New Game Plus anyway, and there was a missable trophy which I did miss out on during the stream playthrough, so I had no choice but to do a New Game Plus run anyway. Are you serious? Screw you, game. He was literally in my freaking possession! How? How the hell did he get away?
Hello?
Whatever, screw this game and its funky suction logic.
Oh, yes.
It makes no sense!
I did it.
Okay. Took a while longer to complete this time, just because I wasn't sure where the boo was. But we got the boo, that's all that mattered. And that's all I really need to worry about. Anywho, one thing I will go ahead and mention here is if you are enjoying the stream, whether you're on Twitch or if you're on YouTube, consider subscribing on Twitch to not only getting access to additional emotes, or just, yeah, additional emotes, and even some animated ones too to boot. You can use it not only on my channel, but also use them all across Twitch. So that's actually pretty cool. If you choose to do that, then you will be supporting me financially directly, allowing me to continue to make content like this and do so comfortably. So that's nice. YouTube memberships are the same sort of deal, just no animated emotes yet. But regardless, you can still use a select few emotes which I have set up for YouTube via YouTube memberships. Let's see, the ghosts and the crystals have marks that remind you of cloned Pokemon marks from the Mewtwo Strikes Back. You know, I never really put two and two together, but you're right. They do look similar to those marks, albeit less intense. But another way you could also financially contribute, if you so wish, if you're on YouTube, you can choose to use the Super Chat feature. What that does is that for a certain amount of money that you can put up, you can pin a message to the very top of the chat. And depending on how much you financially contribute, the message stays up for longer the more you spend. So, again, another thing you could do if you so wish. It's by no means required, but it's still nice to mention anyway. You can also choose to donate to me directly through my Ko-fi, which is linked in the description below when it comes to the YouTube stream. And if you're watching this live on Twitch, then I do believe I have it linked on the very underside of the video player. In fact, yeah, I think that's how it works. But anyway, enough shelling out. Let's get back to the game. On to Mission D3 finally, across the chasm. Success! The periscope has located both the Dark Moon piece and the possessor that has it, but you'll have to cross the chasm and reach the other side to find them. And before we get started, I'm gonna turn on my air, because I'm becoming Sweaty Betty, so please excuse me. I'll tell you one thing, I'm definitely glad I have a portable AC unit I can easily switch on and off. And don't worry, I have it away from the microphone, and I also have a noise gate set up, so it shouldn't pick up the noise from the AC, despite it being a pretty short distance away. It's about the length of both my arms stretched out, kind of like this, sort of. But even so, I'm just saying, you don't need to worry too much about background noise when it comes to the AC unit. I've actually done a few streams with my AC running, so you don't need to worry too much about it. I just need to turn the TV up a little bit more. Anywho, back to the game, finally. Damn it! Didn't mean to do that. I hate it when I accidentally hit the frickin' water bottle against the table. So, sorry if I scared anyone or your pets. Okay, as for Mission D3, there are 3 gems. The last 3 gems can be found in this mission. And, believe it or not, one of them only spawns in this mission, so that's something to keep in mind. Now then, Luigi, researching those powerful ghosts you just caught will have to wait. Because I finally located the Dark Moon piece. The signal is coming from an unlikely place outside the mine, the distant workshop. Very interesting. Looks like we'll finally be able to go over there. But the workshop is on the other side of the big chasm, and the nearby pixelator camera isn't responding. Luckily, the toad you rescued knows how to gain access, how to get access to across the chasm. God, I cannot read today. He says there's a gondola that will take you to the workshop. The weather seems to be getting worse, but the gondola ride shouldn't take too long. All you need to do is board it at the terminal and ride it across the chasm. Easy as pie, eh, youngster? I wouldn't say that, because considering everything that's been going on so far, I wouldn't say everything is exactly easy peasy lemon squeezy. Let me tell ya, it's gonna be difficult. I'll call you on the dual screen once you get across. Look lively, because here we go. Alright, here we go. On to the next mission. And I'm pretty sure our starting point is back in the inside of the cabin, like before. Yep, I'm right. And woo! It's getting kind of chilly in here. So put on a bunch of clothes. Can't blame you there, Luigi. Although, I wish that were me right now because I am a sweaty Betty and I would rather freeze my frickin' butt off than have to be a sweaty Betty. I'm just saying, that's just me. If you prefer summer, then by all means, go ahead and say so. I'm not going to judge you or anything. Sure, your opinion is quote-unquote wrong. Just kidding. There are no wrong opinions here. You don't need to worry about that.
Excuse me.
But anyway, like I was saying, if your favorite season is summer and not winter, it's really not that big of a deal. Weather's now looking like a normal Canadian day for you. Interesting. What's kind of funny is that my current location, I'm not too far from the Canadian border. In fact, I think I'm roughly 3 or so hours away from the border, so that's pretty neat. I mean, I'm not anywhere near any sort of major towns within Canada, but hey, I'm just saying. I would love to go to Canada at some point or another. It would be a fun little trip. I mean, I'm not going to be going there to live there, no way. Going out of the country, as beneficial as that would be, it's not something I'm really looking to do. Not anytime soon. And besides, electronics and a lot of things in general are a lot more expensive in Canada, too. So if you think prices are high here, oh lord, you ain't seen nothing unless you live in Canada. No offense to any Canadians who are watching this right now. I'm just saying this as a filthy American. And if you think my life is easy, trust me, it is not. Okay. That takes care of that. I don't remember if there's a boo in here or not. I know there was one during the last mission, so that's something I need to keep in mind. Also something else to keep in mind too is I have a sneaking suspicion that a boo does spawn in one of the earlier rooms up here, either during this mission or the next one. I can't remember for sure. Now that I think about it, if you all remember that kettle I was lighting ablaze before, I do believe that kettle is what spawns the boo. I don't know if it's for this mission or the next one. Either way, we'll find out soon enough. And also, as far as I know, there are no boos outside here. And it doesn't look like there's anything else I need to worry about here. And one more thing too is, if you think that the one gem that is underneath the deck of that fishing room is unobtainable after the first mission, I do believe, isn't the next level a boss? It could be. It could very well be. Oh wait. I just realized I just walked past the treasure. Yeah, when you had to buy the Switch 2, it was so expensive you couldn't believe it. Also, the tariffs did not help. I mean, I could say amen to that, my friend. Right now, I'm saving up for a Switch 2, but it ain't gonna be easy. And I did ask my sister to get me one for my birthday, which is in September. So hopefully she'll be able to pull through. Otherwise, it's going to take me till at least October to November at the earliest in order for me to even get my hands on the system. And fingers crossed that the price doesn't skyrocket by then. Otherwise, I ain't going to be happy. I mean, have you seen how much the prices have gone up nowadays when it comes to just the Switch 1? Like, holy crap! Why in God's name are you increasing the price of the Switch 1 and making the OLED model $50 cheaper than the Switch 2? It makes no sense. You want to know why? It's not because of tariffs. It's because of corporate greed, in my opinion. Sure, they say it's due to uncertain economic times here in the United States, but I don't think that's the case. But that's just me. That's just me and my silly opinion. If you feel the same, say amen. Which day in September? Oh, my birthday? My birthday is September 25th. So, like, at the very end of the month. Like, around there. Let's see. Head into Crystal Quarry, use the... Oh, okay. I'm a goober. Oh, yours is the 19th, Psycho Zakian? That's cool. At least we're both September babies. What year were you born? I'm a 90s baby. In other words, I was born in 1990. If you don't feel comfortable sharing your birth year, then that's okay. You don't have to if you don't want to. Oh, this is gonna be fun. I know it seems kind of crazy that, we're even back over here, but trust me, it's all part of the plan. Gotta get the gem somehow. They wanted to make more money, but it's still not a fun situation. Agreed. 110% agreed. And you want to know what's even funnier is we repeated history when the Switch 2 was announced. If anyone was around when the Xbox One was first revealed back in, I think, 2013? Or was it 2012? I cannot remember, but the previous head of Xbox mentioned if you can't afford an Xbox One, just get an Xbox 360. Or if you don't have an persistent online connection, then just get an Xbox 360. Something like that. It was something to that extent. Still, though, we basically repeated the same sort of thing when the Switch 2 was announced, like shortly thereafter. Instead of saying buy an Xbox 360 and stick with the previous generation, hello Switzerland, welcome to the stream. Glad you can make it. But anyway, as I was saying, the spokesperson for Nintendo said if you can't afford the Switch 2, get a Switch 1. And right now, it makes no financial sense whatsoever to get a Switch 1. You might as well get a Switch 2. Just save up the extra $50 and get a Switch 2. Not only does it play about 99% of all the Switch 1 games, but it also plays all the new Nintendo Switch 2 games, too. So, there you go. What are we talking about? How the Switch is kind of, Switch 2 is kind of, stupid. Fair opinion. I'm talking about the pricing differences between the Switch 1 and the Switch 2. To be specific, I'm talking more so in the way of the Switch OLED. Right now here in the United States, it's priced at $399.99 when it was previously $350 or somewhere around that ballpark. But since it's now priced at $400 as opposed to the much cheaper and more sensible $350, it is only $50 less than the Switch 2 system outside of any sort of bundles that are available. like the Mario Kart World Bundle or the upcoming Pokemon Legends ZA Bundle. I am dead serious. You can get the system by itself for $450, at least as of right now. Of course, if you're watching this stream in the future, then there is a very real possibility that the Switch 2 has gone up in price, which I would not be surprised in the least bit. It's really, really damn annoying that that's even a possibility. Back in my days, consoles got cheaper as their life cycles continued on. They didn't become more expensive. What the flip is up with that? Oh, right. Almost forgot the bow. There we go. Come on out, buddy. Tea's ready, and it's piping hot. How is he not on fire right now? I'm Parabola, a symmetrical open plane curve formed by the intersection of a cone with a plane parallel to its side. I mean, boom! Technically, you are correct. At least you're not a certain scarecrow who got that fact completely wrong. For those who know, you know. And if you don't know, watch the movie, please. It's a classic. Boo, where are you? There you are. You find that absurd. In Finland, the price of Switch 1 is only 200 euros, 233 USD, and Switch 2 is 600 euro or 699 USD. Yeah, that's insane. And yes, I 110% agree with you there, buddy. It is absolutely absurd how expensive that is. It makes no sense to have a Switch 2 priced at that price point. A PlayStation 5 Pro is priced at that price point. And remember when Sony tried to do something like that before with their PlayStation 3, pricing it at $599 US? That infamous meme? It's Ridge Racer! Ridge Racer! Remember that? Oh, jeez. Talk about a pain in the frickin' behind. Okay, after I melt down the frozen swings and the gondola. Okay. Oh, that's gonna be the fun one. Oh, jeez. Whoops. I did not mean to go back up the frickin' elevator like an idiot. Hey. I haven't played the game in a hot minute, so... Hey, what can I say? These things happen once in a while. No big deal. And like I said, I'm not going for 3 stars on this particular save file because I've already done it on my first one. And I don't want to do it again. I don't want to subject myself to that because that's a freaking nightmare. PS5 Pro in Finland is about $850 to $950 US, which is crazy. Agreed. You can buy a gaming PC that's roughly low to mid-range at that price point. I mean, really. Just makes no sense to buy a PS5 Pro. And really, I don't see any reason that you should buy one. Unless you're playing Final Fantasy VII, the Final Fantasy VII remake, Rebirth. Other than that, there's really no reason to buy a PlayStation 5 Pro. Just the standard PlayStation 5 console is more than sufficient for basically 99.9% of the games. Whoa! Hello there! Oh boy. Why are these guys all chained up? Oh, I get it. Great. This is gonna be fun! This is why you still stick with the PS4. I can't blame you one bit. 2032, there will probably be a PS6 Pro that costs $1199. My bet is at least $2,500. Criminy Luigi! These chains, they're paranormal chains. Are they astral chains? That is the million-dollar question. Anyway, they won't go away until the ghosts that made them are defeated. And also, you may notice that the signal is starting to get kinda funky, even though we're not underground. The reason why is because of the blizzard that's going on outside, and it's getting worse and worse for each mission as we progress. I also noticed that the TV is a bit on the loud side, so turning it down 1 decibel. I did not mean to hit the D-pad. I did not know that Luigi could even do that. Yo-ho! So that's the dedicated Mario button in this game. Remember back in the GameCube version, you can just hit the A button to scream Mario's name? Well, apparently you can do that here too, so that's pretty cool. Oops. Did not mean to do that. Okay, get away from there. Alright, here we go. So when it comes to this fun room, keep in mind that these little ghosty poos here, they're gonna do everything in their power to ruin your day. Plus you're dealing with ice physics on top of that. And wonky aiming too. You can also do that in Luigi's Mansion 3. It's a fun Easter egg. Huh, neat. Nice. Ah, screw you! All because of the frickin' charge time. Also, ice physics. Ice physics on top of ice physics. And Long John's seal. Oh my god. Am I actually going to die? Yes. Apparently I am going to die. Okay, let's just release. That way we can clean some of this crap up. Yeah, no, I don't think so, buddy. You ain't eating that boot today. Phew. That was way too close. Phew. Well, that takes care of the first chain, thank God. Whew. That was intense. I don't know how generous the 3-star ranking is for this particular mission, but if I have to be a betting man, it is pretty generous considering the ghost whom you have to fight. And also, we have to go this way anyway. Perfect clutch. I agree with you there, Psycho Zakian. I 110% agree. Okay, somehow I did not get hurt from that. Okay, cool. Oh, pfft. Of course. Another boo had to get in the way. But thankfully, we were able to make quick work of that. What else we got around here? Oh, hi! Yeah, no. Don't think so. Well, I'm definitely glad I caught this guy first. Also, joke's on you. Already caught your friend. Double capture. Don't slip off the analog stick, please. Thank you. There we are. Nice suction time. Boom, baby. Boom. Phew. That went a lot more smoothly than that last one, that's for sure. Now, as you probably saw on the map, the last ghost is on the first floor. However, it would be wiser to take a bit of a small little shortcut all the way back by going through the crystal area. The reason why is because going back the other way, back the way we came, it takes a bit longer than it should. At least that's what I think. Then again, speedrunners have probably proven me wrong a million times by now. Which, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case. I'm definitely no speedrunner when it comes to this game, and I have no plans on speedrunning Luigi's Mansion 2 HD anytime soon. Speaking of speedrunning, I am thinking about learning to speedrun Crash Bandicoot N. Sane from the Crash Bandicoot N. Sane trilogy on PlayStation 4. Reason why? It just looks like an interesting, fun, skill-based game to speedrun. At least that's what I think. Okay, according to the map, yeah. Okay, Giga Chad chained up like nobody's business. He's definitely here. Really, dude? You really had to go up? Nice miss. Dang it. I'm surprised that still worked. That'll work. Very nice. Now the deal with you. Yeah, no charging up for you, buddy. Unlike Dragon Ball Z, I'm not gonna sit there and let you power up to 100% just to prove my Saiyan pride. I'm not a Saiyan, I'm a human being, gosh dang it. I'm not just gonna sit there and let you power up, okay? This isn't Dragon Ball. We don't do that here. And there we go. Phew, that takes care of the last chain. Finally, goddamn. Also, how are these fuzzy creatures frozen in time? Good job, young feller. That was the last chain. Time to ride the gondola and cross the chasm. Post haste. Okay, I'll do just that. I know the professor said it's going to be a smooth ride, but something tells me that's not going to be the case at all. In fact, I don't think it's going to be of any help whatsoever. But that's just me and my silly opinion, and being a bit of a pessimist. The optimist would say, yeah, this should be a smooth ride. Why would it not be? Well, considering the weather and how it's acting right now, yeah, just as I thought. Not exactly doing all that well right now. Also, here's some extra health if you need it. This looks interesting. Well, we may not be able to ride the gondola, but we can find another means of getting across, getting to where we need to go. And by the way, you don't need to unfreeze all of these balls that are going across the gondola. All you really need to do is just unfreeze one, wait for it, and then ride that. But unfreezing them all is honestly the safest way of going about it. Also, I'm pretty sure, yep, there he is. Speak of the devil, and he shall appear.
Hello?
Luigi, can you hear me? The gondola isn't working anymore, is it? Fixing it would be way too hard. You're gonna have to cross the old-fashioned way.
Ciao.
Yeah, I kind of figured that out already, but thanks. Thanks for the advice, I guess. Alright, now, before we make our way across this gondola, I am dreading this minigame that's coming up right here. Why? Well, it not only is where the last gem is, and let me read up on the guide. After you melt the frozen swing, gondola head towards the high wires, use the poltergeist to reach the platform to the west and go across the fallen tree. To the north until you reach a door with a crescent moon symbol. After entering the door, complete the game in time. Go away, you stupid birds! So, like I said, this minigame is gonna be rough. Time to lock in. Here we go. Oh my god, go back! Stupid cursor! God damn it! Of course I missed! Only I would miss! Because the stupid aiming cursors do not appear until it's too goddamn late! I seriously hate this minigame because of the cursor system. I'm surprised that hit him. Jeez. Phew. First try, baby. Let's go. That's what Papa Bear wants, man. First try win. Game? Come on. Give me back my controls. Let's go. We need to go. We need to go fast. I was not looking forward to doing that particular minigame again. Let me tell you. And like I mentioned, the reason why I hate it so much is because of the whole targeting cursor system. You do have a full minute, so you do have a good chunk of time to be able to do the minigame, which isn't the worst part of it. Honestly, the worst part is just aiming. Perhaps the gyro controls can help alleviate it somewhat if you know what you're doing, and if you know how to use the gyro controls properly. Stupid birds, stop rotating around. By the way, I'm pretty sure if they hit you, you will be knocked off. And that was a sick dodge, not gonna lie. What we got going on here? Whoa, looks like we got ourselves a possessor over here. And it looks like a fuzzy creature too is not exactly having the most fun time. Well then. Whoa! Way to ruin the view, buddy. I mean, to be fair, he is trying to stop our progress. So, there's that. Really, Professor? You have to call in now? Luigi! I hope you're doing okay down there. Looks like you've reached the maintenance room. Good. Get that generator going to power up the workshop door and the pixelator's camera. Okay. That shouldn't be too hard. Keyword is shouldn't, because let me tell you something. When it comes to the physics of this particular room, it's wuss. It's not exactly a fun time. Want to know what I mean? Well, first off, we have to deal with ice physics. They're so much fun. There is a way to get rid of that ice, I'm pretty sure. Then again, maybe I am completely wrong. Okay, let's, why are you there? Okay, that did not work. Didn't work as well as I hoped. Okay, let's try this way. Why are you there? Okay. This is a very annoying puzzle. Why? Well, not only do we have to deal with jank, but we also have to deal with timing as well as the fact that these guys, believe it or not, can sometimes just phase through the wall, making things that much more difficult. How do I go about switching this again? Just like that. That's how. Thankfully, these robots come in an infinite supply, so you don't need to worry too much about them running out. You know, one thing I've had some real trouble with during my first playthrough of this game is that I never noticed that particular lever there. I always thought you had to time the explosive of the robot with that final ice block. Thankfully, that doesn't appear to be the case, unless you're a speedrunner, in which case timing is crucial. During my first playthrough of the game, I had to time the explosive, change the switch, and then pray that the robot just falls on the ice as it's getting ready to explode. Why I didn't try the simpler solution of just flipping the switch was because I didn't even know it existed. So, hey, you learn something new every day. Oh boy, what is going on? Whoa! How did we find the 4th Dark Moon piece? Well, that's thanks to Professor Egad. And speaking of Egad, what the hell happened outside that made it so we can't get out of here?
Yellow.
Luigi, the interference is terrible. Are you snowed in? Good thing you activated the camera outside. I'll get you out of there and pixelate you back later. You want to warm up before facing the possessor anyways. Hold on to your hat.
Oh, yes.
But anyway, to answer your question, Mason Christian, also welcome to the stream. Glad you can make it. It's thanks to Professor Egad and his periscope system. That's how he was able to detect where the Dark Moon piece is, thanks to all the other Dark Moon pieces that we currently have in our possession. So, there you go. You know, I just noticed that we're only 2 hours and 20 minutes into this session, so for some reason I thought we were going on for longer than I initially thought. Here we are! Now we're making some good progress, and I like that. Welcome back, young feller! So it's boss time? Yes, indeed! Alright, let's turn in our last 3 gems. Our newly collected ghosts that want to rule the world. And of course, our Boo added to the collection. There we go. Good thing you fixed that generator. We'll be in a fix if we couldn't open the door to the workshop. And now that the pixelator over there is active, you won't have to mess with that gondola again. We're getting close, Luigi. Take some time to relax and thaw out before the big fight. Here, I'll wait. I'd say that's long enough. Ready, set, ready yet, whippersnapper? Yeah, I've been ready. I'm ready. I'm ready to throw down. Kind of surprised that there's only 4 missions here, considering that the last set of mansions that we played had like roughly 5 missions. Yeah, 5 missions for the last one, 5 missions for Haunted Towers. Gloomy Manor also had 5 missions, not counting the bonus mission. But hey, I'm just saying. Nice to see that we are making some progress, and it's also nice that considering the length of how long these missions are taking, the game is making it so you don't have to take on as many missions per mansion. So, that's nice. Anywho, time for the chilly ride. Bingo! I found the possessor ghost hiding in the workshop. And if we learned anything, it's that where there are possessors, there are Dark Moon pieces. Grammar? Do you work? Apparently I can't work with grammar, but anywho. Luigi, are you ready to get that Dark Moon piece, son? Are you winning, son? I know you're not exactly the personification of courage, but I'll remind you to be careful anywho. Remember, when, sorry. Remember where there's a Dark Moon piece, there's likely a possessor ghost guarding it. Speaking of possessors, they only showed up when all this started, so I don't know much about them. But I can say that one thing for sure, they're smarter than your average ghost. And no, they are not bears, as far as I know. Also, they're clearly the most powerful ghosts in the valley. Aside from King Boo, of course. It's no wonder our mysterious villain chose them to guard the Dark Moon pieces. This could be more tough, eh? Absolutely. Anywho, it's high noon, Sonny. Let's show them what we're made of. Off you go! I was going to start quoting the song What I'm Made Of from Sonic Heroes, but now I can't really remember the lyrics. Dang it. Way to ruin the moment, am I right? Okay, time to head on in. Also, I'm pretty sure there's no treasures that we really need to worry about in here. So, that's something to keep in mind. Let's move! That we will, Mason. Hello! Oh boy, this is gonna be a fun one. Whoa! Since when did the floor become alive? What is this, Persona? Oh, jeez. Oh boy. Woo! Down we go! What's going on? Oh, boss fight is what's going on right now. So this is definitely going to be one of those boss fights of all time. Want to know how? Because this boss fight relies purely on timing and also charging up the... Okay, maybe you can't charge the shot like I originally thought. You do have to time your shots properly so that way you're hitting all the ice pieces and praying that the bounce physics actually work. Okay, I'm surprised that worked out. Now, hitting the final piece in the middle for this first phase is... I made it look incredibly easy. Gotta say, that was definitely something. And by the way, if you take too long... You think it's a scary Reggie ice. It's possible. Alright. Come on, charge at me, buddy. Let's go. Let's dance. Now, let's see you dance. Here we are. And also, as the fight goes on, shooting the monster over and over again becomes that much more difficult. And the more pieces there'll also be more pieces you have to shoot, too. And by the way, if you take too long, then I do believe the phase restarts. Not only this, but if you just take too long in general, then your cannon thing will overheat. And I think that's an instant game over. So that's something to keep in mind. So one piece of advice I will go ahead and give here is try to shoot off the middle pieces first and save the outside pieces for after. Oh wow, I'm surprised that worked. Have a nice bomb. Yeah, it's definitely not good, trust me. When I was trying to 3-star this mission during my first playthrough, this was a very difficult fight, as I could not get the frickin' timing down at all. I'm a bomb sandwich. Well, he definitely ate, that's for sure. Now, I believe he just needs one more sandwich and then we'll finally be able to bring this guy down. But this final sandwich that we're going to give him is going to be the most difficult yet. And by the way, you can't just fire an infinite supply of bombs. You have to wait until each bomb is reloaded. It's like firing a bolt-action sniper rifle in a Call of Duty or a Battlefield game. You have to wait until you're able to rechamber the round. Which, in order for the round to even be reloaded, what you have to do is wait for the current bomb to roll down and explode. And again, like I said, timing is key. And sometimes it can be really difficult to time it properly. Okay, just fire now. Okay, got one piece. And by the way, you cannot hit multiple pieces at once. It's one at a time. Ah, damn it. See what I mean about the phase restarting if you take too long? Oh my god. Of all pieces to hit, why that one twice in a row? 3 times in a row! Can we make it 4? No? Okay, good. God, I suck at this so much. And by the way, you do need to finish this fight relatively quickly if you want the 3-star rank. And I'm pretty sure you can't restart any phase if you want the 3-star. What can I say? Being Team 3-star in Luigi's Mansion 2 HD, not exactly easy. Okay, just gotta wait. And of course that went right there. Okay, cool. I'm surprised that hit. Okay. Bugger me. Great, the cannon's about to overheat. This isn't good. Thankfully, the first 2 phases are not as difficult as the final phase. Not a big fan of this. Come on, cannon, please hold out just a little bit longer. Okay, just gotta wait. Fire. Okay, got the shot. Yes, got it! Right at the last minute. Phew! I swear it used to be so much more difficult in the 3DS version. Funny enough, when it comes to the 3DS version of Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon, I think I've only made it as far as finishing the old Clockwork Mansion. All the other ones, like from here until the final one, yeah. Definitely not, I didn't even finish the game until my very first playthrough on Luigi's Mansion 2 HD. Yeah, that was intense indeed. Thank you, Cyflosion. Thank you for the GGs. Much appreciated. And thank you for stopping by as well. Glad you were able to make it to the stream as it was live on Twitch and YouTube. Luigi, can you hear me? What? Oh dear. Hold on. Phew. Whoa. Nice. We didn't fall on our butts. Yay. And that was a 2-star. And I think it's because at the very end I didn't do the full capture. So, yeah. If I would have did the full capture, then I probably would have gotten the 3-star, but no big deal. Like I said, not going for them in this file. Already done it during my first playthrough. So, yeah, ain't doing that again. Criminy! Where in tarnation were you, Luigi? I could barely follow you. I was worried you were too deep into the mountains for the pixelator to bring you back. So, where do we go next? Well, you're about to find out. Hey, you. So, did you capture the possessor? What about the Dark Moon piece?
Got it.
I got them both. Woohoo! Great job, Luigi. Let's send that possessor ghost down to the vault. Alright, let's see what we got. Just 3 more gold added to the collection, which, again, no big deal. And after capturing every single boo for all 3 missions that we did before, we now have a new bonus mission, Severe Infestation, which we will be doing really, really shortly. Alright, hand over that Dark Moon piece and we'll clean it up. Hey, time to scrap this thing spick and span, make it nice and clean. There it is. There's the final mansion. Right there over a freaking pit. How is anyone supposed to get over there? I reckon some more fog has lifted. Let's take a look. There it is. The final mansion, like I mentioned. That place. I better take a reading with the periscope. How do we stop King Boo? Well, by capturing him, of course. But, that's gonna be a bit difficult. Uh-oh. What do you mean, uh-oh? That doesn't sound good. The erosion in that place must have been crazy. Anywho, before we check out the final mansion, we need to take on the bonus mission here. And looks like, I got a text message from Mom. And it looks like, yeah. I had to get some prescriptions refilled. I had to call my pharmacy to see if the refills could be done. Which, I do need certain prescriptions in order to function. I'm almost out of one of them. The other one I got enough to last me until next Sunday. But, hey, don't need to worry about that. Basically, the pharmacy is saying the prescription will be ready on a certain date. And I think that's for one of the prescriptions. The other one should be ready right about now. But, who knows? Anyway, on to the severe infestation. We have an infestation on our hands. The periscope is detecting strong paranormal signals all throughout the secret mine. It's go time, Luigi! Go, Luigi Rangers! Newsflash! We got a ghostly infestation taking hold in this secret mine. And according to the periscope, these ghosts are even tougher than the previous infestations. I've been chewing this over, Luigi, and I don't think these repeated infestations are a coincidence. I hope Mario will be okay, right? I'm sure he's fine. Anyway, I think the mastermind behind all of this is sending ghosts to regain control of the places you've cleared. But we won't let that happen. Look lively, kiddo! Alright, off we go. Time to get this started. This is going to be a fun infestation because when it comes to this place, oh boy, this is going to be gnarly. I'll tell you that much. Let's pray the RNG gods don't send us too far away from place to place. Okay, first bunch of ghosts detected. Give them what for? Alright, looks like we need to head to the basement. Great. Also, I'm pretty sure you can get access to all gems during the bonus mission, so if you happen to have missed any, then use this opportunity to go on a gem hunt. Oh my god. I cannot believe that missed. What can I say? Sometimes the flashlight's flashing is a bit wonky. Also, the time when it comes to 3-starring these missions is rather generous. Okay, come on, suck them up. Come on! Damn it. Gotta love it when the sticks just refuse to cooperate. Alright, not done yet. Look lively! Alright, where to now? Back to the first floor, of course. Gotta send me as far away as possible. And also using the teleporter back at the very bottom of the place, not recommended. Unless you're down there anyway. Unless the RNG gods hate you. But, hey. So far, this doesn't seem to be too bad as far as RNG is concerned. Alright, come on. Nice miss. Yeah, don't think so. Okay, that one's done. On to the next. Next room. Here we go. And also, I'm pretty sure, according to the map, it looks like the fishing room is repaired. So we don't need to worry about ice anymore. Just need to worry about the damn ghosts trying to slam jam our frickin' skull in with the frickin' gems. Oh my god. Good job. Dang it! There we go.
Oh yeah.
Alright, where to now? Okay, gotta get this out of the way. Okay, be careful, son. The minus, please. Hit the minus, please! Okay, back to the basement one, all the way over there, and down there. Great. There's also some in the second basement floor. Great. Dang it all. Also, if you think you can fall through the ice and fall back down to the basement floor where we need to go, well, let me tell you something, son. That's not happening. That's not how it works. For some weird reason, it just doesn't work that way during this mission. Talk about an inconvenience, am I right? Oh well, it ain't that big of a deal. You can still take the elevator and just have a safer ride that way. Let me tell you, falling down a hole, especially one made of ice, that hurts. Especially if the fall is quite deep. One more thing worth mentioning too is I'm pretty sure that the one area alongside the canyon gondola area. Oh, I did not know I could suck this away. I'm surprised that I was still able to suck them up. Unfortunately, I did take some damage there, but that's okay. At least I was still able to initiate the suck. Okay, room cleared. I thought I would have to go back downwards, but thankfully that's not the case. Now then, let's continue. Now that I'm really thinking about it, maybe saving the last mansion for the next session would be wiser, versus trying to do it within this session. I know I said I wanted to make up for lost time due to the fact that I haven't streamed in the past couple of weeks, but considering how long I've taken up to this point, it might not be a bad idea to just call it a day after this mission. Okay, where's the next one? Basement floor 2, and that is all the heck away down there, of course. Of course. By the way, I'm pretty sure bonus rooms are not available during bonus missions. I could be wrong. Okay. Phew. I will say that doing this within 3 hours, like roughly 3 hours per mansion, that's pretty good, all things considered. Of course, if you're talking to a speedrunner, they would be disgusted. But hey, I'm just saying, that's good for a filthy casual like me. Ooh, that was a triple? Oh, baby, a triple! Gimme, gimme, gimme. Nice, 555. I wonder if this is a sign that I need to buy a lottery ticket. Alright, Luigi, you got them all! I could have done it a bit quicker myself, but at least you got the job done. Well, to be fair, the RNG gods were not exactly all that good in this particular run. Anywho, besides, I'm too old for this ghost-catching tomfoolery. Anywho, let's bring you back. I will say that despite the RNG gods kind of spitting in my face, that was a pretty good run. Not the worst, but far from the best. And that's a 3-star, and the first one we've gotten in this entire mansion. Kinda crazy, am I right? Thank God that the RNG gods are pretty generous here. So, that's nice. Phew. Man, that was something. Nice work, Luigi. I know I say that a lot, but it's true. I'm proud of you, my boy. My boy, this is what all true warriors strive for. I just wonder what Ganon's up to. Excuse me. These infestations seem to happen to all the locations that we explore. That can't be a coincidence. I'm sure now that someone is planning all of these infestations, it's probably the same fiend that shattered the Dark Moon. Your Majesty, Ganon hasn't invaded Korodai. I think you mean Ganon and his minions have seized the island of Korodai. But anyway, with you on the case of Luigi, those ghosts don't stand a chance. In fact, they don't stand a ghost of a chance. See what I did there? Yeah, I know, I'm cringe. Bite me. Anywho, now that we got all the gems for that particular mansion, let's go and check out that new statue now, shall we? After that, we'll go ahead and call it a session. Let's see, Gloomy Manor, and there we go, Secret Mine. Let's take a look, and yeah, gotta say, he's looking a heck of a lot more confident now versus all the other mansions so far, so... excuse me. It's looking great. Definitely a heck of a lot better than the one back in Gloomy Manor, that's for sure. Camera, can you please work with me and rotate in the direction I tell you to rotate? That would be awesome. Okay. And with that, there's only one mansion left and one more set of gems to go. And that, my friends, will be in the next session. Like I said, we made some good progress today, despite the fact that we're not exactly at the 3-hour mark yet. That's not coming up for another 14 minutes, but still, just saying. I figured that we should save the treacherous mansion for the next session. Luigi got terraformed. True! And I wonder if his terror type would be considered normal, or then again, maybe it would be ghost. That would be hilarious and awesome. But like I said, we're going to be saving this particular mansion for the next session, because these are going to be some of the longest and most difficult missions yet, I'll tell you what. So with that, folks, I bid you all adieu for today. This is General Snivy with more Luigi's Mansion 2 HD. Thank you all so much for watching, and if you were able to attend the live stream live, thank you for attending. And Luigi would be a normal ghost type. Yeah, it's a possibility he would most definitely be something like that, that's for sure. But, yeah. Anywho, next time we're going to be heading into the final mansion of the game, and we could potentially finish up the main campaign within the next session. And I hope you're all looking forward to it, and I'll also be able to finally show off the game's multiplayer and experience it for the very first time, so it's gonna be great. So I hope you're all looking forward to that. So, once again, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. Thanks so much for the follows. And I will see you all next time for more Luigi's Mansion 2 HD, more ghost busting action, and just overall more fun under the sun. See you all then. And before we call it a day, let's see if anyone is live right now on Twitch and see if there's anyone worth rating. And it looks like that is a yes. And looks looks like there's a couple of people, actually. If anyone's interested in Banjo-Kazooie speedrunning, looks like Schlongster is doing any percent restricted. So, why don't we go ahead and raid them? Alright. Thanks again, folks, for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. See you all later!